Hello, welcome to Module 3 of the Capstone course. Last week, you had a chance to explore two different technologies to develop a new site for your Capstone portfolio, or you tweaked an existing site that you already had to make room for some of the Capstone work in the class. This week, you're going to make a homepage for your portfolio. Before you begin to make your homepage, there's a couple things we want you to keep in mind. First, we want you to consider your audience. Maybe you're going to be designing for fellow colleagues, maybe your principal, maybe you're job searching, maybe parents or students of your classroom. Who you decide your audience is going to sort of shape the decisions that you make about what goes on your website and how to present that information. Also, we want you to consider any feedback you received last week about your designs that you were working on. Any sort of advice or design choices that you made there based on feedback you want to carry forward into your new homepage. We want you to keep in mind that this is a work in progress. It's not a finalized product. You're creating a landing page that you're going to add on and modify throughout the semester. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be a good working start. And then you can decide what goes on that homepage. So again, this is driven by audience, but also you want to set up sort of the placeholders for the work that will come as we add to your portfolio. Your resume, some essays, a showcase, a transcript. So keep in mind about how all that's going to go on your website and set up the home page to sort of give people options to get there, either through a menu or otherwise. Then it's time to go ahead and make that web page. Choose one of the two technologies you used last week while you were exploring, or your existing portfolio, and sort of design that landing homepage for your portfolio. Once you've done that, like every week in this class, you're going to give and receive some feedback. There are two choices this week for how to give feedback. You can arrange to meet with a person in the Capstone Portfolio Coffee House. You and another student just work out the details about when and how to meet, and you get together synchronously online and you give each other feedback about the work that you're submitting. Another option is to use Teams, where you can asynchronously post your web page, respond to other people's work to give them feedback, and then look at the feedback that you'll receive as a result of your post. Starting next week, Module 4, we have a chatbot where you can submit your work to a chatbot and get some automated feedback based upon the rubric for each module. That starts in Module 4, and this may expand further out in the future. And last but not least, we want you to update the shared tracker like you will in every module. First, we want to know where to find your portfolio. So use this column right next to your name. Actually, you're going to use your name, and you're going to use the options here to add a link, and you're going to link your name to your website. That way, anybody who's in the share tracker, including your instructor, can click on this link and see the work that you have in your portfolio for this class. Also, every module has some columns we want you to fill out. So here for Module 3, you'll fill out the Module 3 columns, including your work and how you decided to give and receive feedback. And last but not least, we want to alert you to something called pieces of flair. These are 3 pages that you will decide what they are and where they go on your website, is to help you sort of customize your portfolio beyond the standard requirements presented in the modules. We have a list of pre-approved pieces of flair that you can choose from, or you can propose your own piece of flair. Again, you're going to choose 3 of these throughout the semester and add them to your site appropriately. The first one we do in Module 5, so you don't have to do it this module, but it's good to familiarize yourself with the assignment. And then maybe in Module 4 and Module 5, when the first one is due, you'll have the first piece completed. That's it for this module. I really look forward to seeing your home pages and the start of your portfolios that will continue to evolve throughout the semester.